Chapter 1. The penitentiary looms like a dark fortress against the skyline, a testament to the harsh realities of incarceration. Built in the 1970s, its jagged concrete walls and barred windows reflect the inhumane conditions endured by its inhabitants. Inside, the air is thick with tension, punctuated by the distant echo of metal gates clanging shut and the murmurs of inmates navigating their daily existence. In this grim environment, the essence of humanity often seems overshadowed by despair. The sterile corridors, lined with cold gray cells, bear witness to the stories etched in the minds of those confined within. Each inmate carries a unique tale, a mix of regret and resilience. As listeners prepare to delve into these personal diary entries, they are invited to explore the complexities of life behind bars, challenging preconceived notions, and discovering the flickering light of hope that persists even in the darkest corners of the penitentiary. Chapter 2. The New Arrival. As the heavy steel gate groaned open, Miguel stepped into the stark, fluorescent-lit world of the penitentiary, a place he had only seen in movies. With his heart racing, a mix of excitement and dread coursed through him. He had never imagined this would be his reality, imprisoned for a robbery that spiraled out of control. The palpable tension in the air felt oppressive, wrapping around him like a shroud. His bright-eyed optimism clashed violently with the gruff stares of seasoned inmates and the cacophony of distant shouts. As he navigated the maze of concrete and steel, he quickly learned that trust was a luxury he could not afford. Each encounter was a lesson, a nod here, a sharp word there, all leading him to understand the untold rules of survival within these unforgiving walls. As the shadows loomed larger, Miguel realized that nothing would prepare him for the journey ahead. Chapter 3. Survival Tactics. In the unforgiving world of the penitentiary, Miguel quickly learns that survival depends on more than mere resilience. His initial enthusiasm dissolves as he navigates the complex web of unspoken rules and unyielding hierarchies. The first confrontation strikes like lightning, a tense standoff with a hardened inmate over a misunderstood comment. Miguel's heart races as threats hang heavy in the air, forcing him to adapt or face severe consequences. Observing the dynamics around him, he begins to forge tentative alliances with others who share his aim to endure. He learns to read the subtle cues, who to trust, who to fear. Each friendship formed in this barren landscape offers hope, while every confrontation serves as a harsh lesson in loyalty and betrayal. As dawn breaks over the cell block, Miguel understands that trust is a scarce commodity, and survival will demand more than just courage. It will require wisdom, strategy, and a keen eye for understanding human nature. Chapter 4. The Lifers Club. As I sit on my cot in the dim light of my cell, I find solace in the pages of old literature. I've spent years reflecting on the fateful night that changed everything, a desperate act of self-defense that led me here, to a life sentence. In this oppressive place, I discovered an unexpected camaraderie with other lifers, igniting the spark for what we now call the Lifers Club. We convene weekly to delve into the works of Dostoevsky, Morrison, and Dickinson, seeking connections and understanding in their words. Through heated discussions, we uncover our shared dreams and forgotten aspirations, crafting a tapestry of hope amidst despair. Each meeting becomes a sanctuary, a reminder that our souls yearn for knowledge and redemption. Here we transform our confinement into a community bound by literature, defying the labels placed upon us by a judgmental society. In these moments, I feel alive again, igniting a flicker of purpose in a life that once felt extinguished. Chapter 5. Lessons from Literature. As Darlene reflects on her life confined within the prison walls, she finds solace in the texts studied by the Lifers Club. Each book opens a portal to the world beyond the concrete barriers, allowing her and her fellow inmates to explore themes of love, loss, and redemption. Darlene describes the heated discussions sparked by readings of Dostoevsky and Morrison, where each woman shares her own experiences, creating an unexpected bond rooted in vulnerability and understanding. These literary journeys inspire feelings of hope and ignite dreams long buried by despair. In their shared analyses, they find parallels with their own lives, allowing them to confront their regrets and aspirations. For Darlene, literature becomes a powerful mirror, reflecting their struggles and triumphs. whispering to them that, though they may be defined by their pasts, their spirits can rise anew through the transformative power of words, fostering connections that transcend prison walls. Chapter 6. The Enforcer. As the sun sets beyond the high brick walls, Jax reflects on the life he once led, one filled with power and fear as the enforcer of his gang. Here, in the confines of the penitentiary, the rules are different. Behind these bars, respect is earned through strength and ruthlessness, but it comes at a cost. He navigates a treacherous landscape of shifting alliances, where one misstep can lead to dire consequences. Jax's reputation instills both fear and admiration among his peers, yet beneath his tough exterior lies a vulnerable boy, haunted by the choices that led him here. Every scar tells a story, he muses, tracing the faded ink on his skin. Embracing his dual identity, he grapples with conflicting loyalties, his past life versus the yearning for redemption. The delicate balance between survival and conscience weighs heavily on him, leaving Jax questioning whether true power lies in fear or in understanding oneself. Chapter 7. Loyalties and Betrayals. In the unforgiving world of prison, loyalties shift like shadows, and trust is a rare commodity. Jax finds himself at a crossroads, where the line between allegiance and betrayal blurs. As an enforcer for his gang, Jax understands the precarious balance of power that defines survival. He reflects on a recent incident when a close friend, driven by desperation, betrayed the gang's trust to curry favor with a rival faction. Jax's heart pounds as he weighs his response. Avenging this betrayal could solidify his position, but it would also stain him with blood and regret. Haunted by memories of a younger self, before the hardened exterior and walls he built, Jax grapples with his craving for connection. Discovering more of his humanity, he realizes that loyalty in its purest form means more than fear. It requires responsibility, understanding, and ultimately, the capacity to forgive. In this morally ambiguous realm, Jax must choose where his true loyalties lie. Chapter 8. The Artist. In the dim light of her cell, Layla reflects on her life before incarceration, a world rich in color and creativity. Art became her refuge, an escape from the stark reality of prison walls. She recalls the first time she picked up a brush in this harsh environment, transforming the bleakness around her into vibrant canvases that spoke of hope and resilience. With each stroke, she channels her pain, turning it into beauty. Through graffiti on concrete and sketches on scrap paper, her artwork serves as a bridge connecting her to fellow inmates, sparking conversations and understanding among them. Layla's passion not only brings her solace, but also inspires others to embrace their creativity. Her entries detail specific pieces that tell stories of struggle and survival, showcasing how creativity can flourish even in confinement, and reminding her that, despite the bars that surround her, the human spirit can remain unbound. Chapter 9. Expressing Pain and Beauty. Layla sits in her small cell, surrounded by the harsh concrete walls that confine her, yet her mind is a canvas filled with color and imagination. She unveils a poignant mural she created, depicting a phoenix rising from the ashes, a symbol of rebirth. Each brushstroke captures the essence of her pain and longing for freedom, transforming her anguish into something beautiful. The mural draws the attention of fellow inmates, sparking conversations about their shared struggles and dreams. In her diary, Layla reflects on the cathartic power of art, explaining how each piece is a dialogue with her past. Art is the only thing that keeps the darkness at bay, she writes, describing how connecting with others through creativity fosters a sense of community. As artwork flows from her heart, it becomes a lifeline, reminding both herself and those around her that even in confinement, beauty can emerge from pain. Chapter 10. The Mentor, Father Tom. As the sun casts long shadows across the cell block, Father Tom reflects on a past that haunts him. Once a devoted parish priest, his decision to protect a vulnerable friend led to a tragic confrontation, resulting in his incarceration. Now behind bars, he finds purpose in mentoring younger inmates. His calm voice reverberates through the common area as he shares stories of forgiveness, redemption, and the power of connection. Father Tom frequently gathers small groups, encouraging them to confront their regrets, fostering a safe environment for vulnerability. He emphasizes that redemption is a journey, not a destination, and that hope can flourish even amidst despair. Through his guidance, he creates a makeshift family where shared wisdom flows freely, and inmates find solace in their collective struggles. With every diary entry, Father Tom illuminates the path to healing, reminding each inmate that they're more than their mistakes. They are deserving of second chances. Chapter 11. Confronting the Past. In the dim light of the prison chapel, Father Tom gathers a small group of younger inmates, each bearing the weight of their own regrets. With a gentle voice, he opens the floor for confessions, fostering an atmosphere of trust and vulnerability. One by one, they share haunting recollections of lost opportunities and choices that led them to these unforgiving walls. Father Tom listens intently, offering guidance laced with compassion. As he shares his own story, a crime born from desperation, he illustrates the complex layers of humanity beneath their offenses. Through heartfelt discussions, the inmates confront the scars of their pasts, reflecting on the lessons learned through pain. Father Tom facilitates these moments of catharsis, helping them understand that acknowledging their wrongs is the first step toward forgiveness, both from themselves and the world outside. In this sacred space, seeds of hope and redemption begin to take root, lighting the path to personal growth and change. Chapter 12. Hopes and Fears. The Return begins. As the sound of the morning bell echoed through the cell block, anticipation buzzed in the air. Miguel sat on his cot, his heart racing at the thought of freedom. What if I can't find a job? What if no one will forgive me? He scribbled in his diary, grappling with the anxiety of stepping into a world that felt foreign after years in confinement. Darlene, too, felt the weight of uncertainty. I've missed so much. Will anyone remember me? She pondered, wrestling with both hope and doubt as she imagined returning to her old life, yet knowing her past was an unyielding shadow. Jax's thoughts were clouded with mixed emotions. He yearned for freedom, but feared the gang life would pull him back. Leela, clutching her sketches, held on to the belief that her art could guide her path forward. Each inmate faced the daunting challenge of reintegrating into a society that had moved on without them. Chapter 13. Reintegration Challenges. As Miguel steps out into the sunlight for the first time in years, he's filled with a cacophony of emotions: joy, fear, and uncertainty. The world feels overwhelmingly vast, yet nothing has changed. He longs for connection, but is haunted by the stigma of his past crime. Consequences of incarceration weigh heavily on him as he seeks a job, only to be met with silence and rejection. Darlene faces an equally daunting path. Despite her education and desire to contribute positively, she struggles to shake off the label of lifer, a term that follows her like a shadow. Every effort feels like an uphill battle. Jax finds himself at odds with friends who encourage him to return to a life of crime, fighting against the pull of his old gang. Meanwhile, Layla endeavors to share her art but grapples with how to convey her journey without being judged. Each character confronts their past and the painful realities of reintegration, navigating a world that feels foreign while searching for acceptance and purpose.